the cool.
I feel like we're shooting a music video right here.
Right.
Like, woo!
Well, here we are very excited about this unit. Honestly, this is crazy price on a very powerful portable air conditioning system. And this is something you don't need tools, nothing to install. It's crazy. You can use any existing window. If it opens, you can do this without having to close off that window and put a portable unit that looks like, you know what, on the outside for your neighbors to look at. This is an amazing system. First of all, it's 10,000 BTU. It's a 4-in-1, so it's not only just an air conditioner in the summer, it's also a heater in the winter, and it's a fan if you just need to move the air, or if you needed to dry the air out,
it's
it does
a dehumidifier.
that too.
It pulls the moisture out of the air.
$3.99 on sale.
Gosh.
And in retail, this is what you'll find for this brand. It's Hunter, and you'll find it in retail for $550. So I love when it can save you some money. And don't forget about this. We do have it on 3 flex or 12 months of flexible payments if you have an HSN card. That breaks down to $33 a month. $33.33 a month. Pay it off in full by a year from now. You haven't paid a dime in interest. So I love the benefits that VIP cardholders, HSN cardholders can enjoy here. This being a perfect example. It's a gorgeous unit, and it personally, if you use it twice in a year, it'll pay for itself.
No, 100%. And you're gonna use this all year round, because like you said, you have the heater, you have the AC, you have the fan, which again will circulate that air, whether it's cold air or warm air. And then you've got the dehumidifier, which is actually gonna pull the moisture out of the air. So think of all of the money that you are saving with just getting a 4-in-1. You know, listen, I know it's a big investment. I totally get it. But when you're cold, you're cold. When you're hot, you're hot. What would you pay to be warm when you're cold? What would you pay to be cool when you're hot? What would you pay to just circulate the air? And then, what would you pay to, again, not have to permanently install an AC unit into your home, okay? Or cut, you know, a lot of portable AC units require you to cut a big hole in your wall, put the unit in there, and then let it flow. Or your other option is that old school metal box that you put on the outside of your home that rusts, that has the condensation.
Birds build nests in?
Yeah, and a lot of your homeowners associations don't even let you do that, okay? So let's take a look at this right here. This is what we're talking about right here. So this is gonna be all of the cold air coming out. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about zone cooling. So what does that mean? That means that why would you pay thousands of dollars to cool your entire home down when you live in just 2 rooms of your house, right? I live in my bedroom, I live in my living room, and I have my kitchen, okay? So those are the 3 rooms that we live in. I can cool those down with this 1 unit. If I wanted to cool those rooms down in a traditional unit like that, what would I do? I'd turn that whole thermostat down.
And you know what that bill's gonna be when you get it in the month?
Well, more than ever now.
No,
more than ever now.
Like you can call and say, I don't think I used that much AC this month. They're gonna be like, really? Pay the bill, we're cutting you off.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way it is. Now, I have a different situation because I have a 2-story house. They didn't insulate the upper level very well. So it's so warm, and of course, that's where I sleep. And I like to be in a cool room when I sleep better. So I literally do have I don't have this unit, I wish I did. I spent so much more money on mine. But I used it last year so many times that I'm so glad I have this. Right now it's in my closet, it's there just as a backup, because you know what? The summer days are coming, and those hot days are real. And whether you lose power because of an outage for whatever reason, or you just wanna, like you said, cool a zone that you're living in to a more comfortable level without spending a fortune on keeping the whole house clean, you know, cool that you're not living in, this makes so much sense. It really does. Now, you mentioned, Tracy, that there's no tools required, and that is no lie. And I know that from a personal experience. I want to show you what you're getting here, because oh, are you giving us a temperature range?
I am. So we've got 65 degrees coming out of the unit right now, but it's set at 70 degrees. So that means that the 66 degrees is gonna go ahead and blow out into the air, but that's gonna allow your room to get to 70 degrees. Now here's the deal. Callie and I are talking about cold air because we live in Florida, all right? So we want the AC on right now. But let's say that it's February where you live and it's freezing. You know what? You don't need another unit. You've got this same unit, it's plugged into the wall, and you can now turn the heater on. Let's say that it is in between seasons, and it's beautiful that you got the windows open, you're living your best life, everything's good. You wanna run the fan? don't run your ceiling fan, run this fan. So literally 365 days a year, you can use this same unit to, again, like live your best life and again, live comfortably how you want to.
If you do have ceiling fans and you're using that to cool you down, guess what? If you're living in a space that's too hot because your AC isn't working, it's just blowing hot air on you. It makes it even worse. It makes it more obvious that you've got a problem. This is what you're getting. This is the system. Obviously, the system itself is really the workhorse, and 10,000 BTU is an important number to understand. But these are the extra components that you're going to just put into a window. You don't have to lose the view from inside to the outdoors because you're using a different option. All it takes up is this much of a window. I know we've got a video to kind of show you. These are the components, this is the remote control, but my point is that you're getting everything you need to put this into any kind of window that you have.
So again, you showed
even a slider this way.
So again, you showed that it went. This way. Also, it can go this way. So you have vertical. If you have a vertical window, you can use it. If you have a horizontal, you can use that. So all you do is attach this. Okay, this is a perfect video. Thank you so much. So again, look at how easy it is to move from room to room. So like I said, let's say that you're, you love one room, but you want to stay in the other room, that's fine. Look at this. All you do is pop it into your window, attach it very easily to the unit right there. You just slide it in. Again, it's like an accordion. You do not need anything other than an electrical outlet. That's all you need. You do not have to cut a hole in your wall. You don't have to worry. And then the remote. I am a remote person because I'm like you, Kelly, like, I'll fall asleep at a certain temperature, and if my husband has stolen like the comforter, the heated blanket, or whatever, or the weighted blanket, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. I don't want to get out of bed, so I can just literally roll over, grab the remote right here, cool it down to wherever I need it to be, and then I get that perfect temperature.
And you know what else I like about that is that you've got both options. Because if you can't find the remote control, you can stumble over. And you can see all of this can be done manually too. It does have 3 speeds, by the way. It does have a sleep timer, or a timer in general, and these are the 4 modes. So if you're just tuned in, this isn't just an AC system. It's AC, it's heat, it's a fan only if you need it to be, and it's a dehumidifier. So you would think it would be like $700, $800. And it's, on wheels. So you don't even have to try to lift this. It does have handles if you wanted to, though, if you're taking it up and down the stairs. I love that you can move it from room to room.
No, 100%, and all you need is a window. So literally all you have to do is have a window. And listen, my parents, so about, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. It's probably been about 25 years. My parents bought this old cottage in Western New York. Okay, Western New York, they don't have AC inside. They don't have central AC. They've got the window units, if you're lucky, okay? Well, the window unit is through the living room. Well, you've got my daughter's bedroom, you've got my bedroom, you've got my parents' bedroom. Like, the AC can't, like, one window unit
can't get to all the rooms.
Can't get to all the rooms, But when you have a portable unit like this, you know what? It can. If you have a day that is like really ridiculously hot, you can move this to whatever room you want. Also, you have the ability to go ahead, you've got these vents right here. You can put this in the middle of the room. And again, according to the, Department of Energy, you can reduce AC energy by 20 to 50% by switching from hot. I mean, it's such a game changer.
Means to me? Ching, ching.
Money, money in your bank.
Yes.
In your bank,
Savings. It really does make a difference.
And the most popular cooling system, a room with an AC provides spot cooling. Again, we're talking about space cooling. We're not talking about cleaning or cooling your entire home. It's just about that area zone cooling. Cool the area that you're in.
It's inevitable. Like my office downstairs, for some reason, that's the hot room of the house. When I'm in there having to pay bills and do work, the worst thing is to be hot and be frustrated because I'm spending so much on my electric every single month.
So, okay, in Florida, I'm just speaking Florida, just again, too much information, Tracy. So on the west side of the house, that's where the sun sets, it's very, very hot in the afternoon. So we have the office there and my daughter Bella's room there. Okay, so why should I knock the air down to 60 degrees
just
to
for
cool
those two rooms at a certain point of the day?
Exactly. It's literally from like 3 o'clock till sunset. you know?
I
Why
get it.
not just have this right there and cool that side of the house, and then I don't have to jack up or jack down the thermostat.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's crazy that we're, you know, happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. But look at how hot it is already. I mean, in the 80s.
Houston's 91,
wow,
Las Vegas 94.
in Phoenix.
Oh my gosh.
There is nothing worse than being hot. Honestly, I'd rather be cold than hot. Again, I grew up in the Midwest in North Dakota, so that's just me. But this does everything. In the winter, it can heat that same space that we're talking about. In the summer, it can cool and will cool that same space that we're talking about. I was just thinking about if you, like Tracy, my Tracy loves to work out in the garage.
Right.
He's got his motorcycle, he loves to tinker.
Gosh.
You could move this in. Mine is in the garage during the summer at sometimes because it cools down that space.
Well,
while he's doing.
You can't put the AC on in the garage. It's
No,
not gonna
I
get
don't
to
have
him.
any.
Yeah.
It's a hot box.
So if you're somebody who does, you know, do-it-yourself projects, you can go ahead and put this out there. If you're somebody who has a workbench in the garage, you can put this out there. If you know, I know my buddy Scott who works for Shark and stuff, he's got one of these in his workshop, you know, for all the guys that are doing all the stuff. I mean, it's just a game changer.
So beautifully.
And look at how easy, listen, if you have an old school AC unit in your window, and they call it a portable AC unit, it's not a portable unit. You know, it's not a portable unit. If you put it into your window on the 3rd floor, you're not gonna move that. This you can move from room to room to room, and the fact that you have a remote is an absolute game changer. Okay, so what do you need for this? What do you need to do? You need an outlet and a window.
That's it. No tool, no hammer, no electrician, no commitment. You aren't losing the view from inside out to the outdoors, or your neighbors on the other side are not having to look at something that's, you know, really hideous. And like you said, a lot of neighborhood associations don't even allow them anymore anyway, because they, honestly, they're kind of a hazard. They're dangerous.
Absolutely.
This is an amazing buy on something that really does provide the comfort. $399. I do want to alert you that we don't even have 400 left. This is our first, it could be the only airing. So the fact that here we are at the time of the year we need it the most, that's why retailers, I mean, they're thrilled when you come in and spend $550 on the same unit at their store.
Kelly, this is what I ask people. Think of that day the last summer that you were so hot and you were just like miserable, where you didn't have central air and you didn't have a fan that was strong enough, or you had to sit in that living room because, you know, that was the one place that you had the fan blowing on you that you could cool down. Or think of that one time during the winter that you were so cold.
Freezing.
And you didn't have, you know, maybe you had to like centralize in the living room because that's where the heat was on and all of that stuff. Think about those days and think about how this can be a game changer in your life. How if you have a window.
Think about those days again, because honestly, there's nothing worse. And this, true story.
Yeah.
I just last summer had to make a big commitment. I had to get a whole new AC system. Thousands of dollars. Granted, now it's new and it works great. Last summer though, in the middle of July when it